Hi, boys and girls. How are you doing today? It is a crazy day here in Michigan. It is snowing on April 15th. That's very silly, but everything is very silly right now, kind of topsy-turvy. Anyways, I just want you to know that I miss you so much, and I wanted to read you a story today. Mr. Human just got done teaching his classes on the computer because he has to do that too, because remember, Mr. Human's a teacher also. He just got done doing that, and so he said he would take all the boys for a walk, even though it's very cold outside, so that I could do some videos and I can work on some things in a quiet house, because this house is not quiet, you guys, like ever. Maybe at night when everyone is sleeping, but it's okay, because we're having a lot of fun, but it is definitely not a quiet place to do some work. So I hope that you have a quiet place to do some work, and that you are working super wonderful for your parents, and you're listening and you're helping out at home. All right, my story today is It's Mine, and it's a fable told by Leo Lionni. A fable is a story that's going to teach you a lesson. So I want you to think about what the lesson is while I'm reading the story. And Leo Lionni is the author, so that means he wrote the words, and he's also the illustrator. That means he drew the pictures, and that means he's very talented. I think that if I wrote a children's book, I would definitely have to only be the author, because I'm not so good at drawing the pictures. In the middle of Rainbow Pond, there was a small island. Smooth pebbles lined its beaches, and it was covered with ferns and leafy weeds. On the island lived 3 quarrelsome frogs named Milton, Rupert, and Lydia. They quarreled and quibbled from dawn to dusk. Quarrelsome, that means they fight all the time, from when the sun comes up till the sun goes down. "Stay out of the pond," yelled Milton. "The water is mine." "Get off the island," said Rupert. "The earth is mine." Does anybody own that earth or that water? I don't think so. "The air is mine," screamed Lydia as she leaped to catch a butterfly. And so it went. All day. One day, a large toad appeared before them. "I live on the other side of the island," he said, "but I can hear you shouting, 'It's mine, it's mine, it's mine,' all day long. There's no peace because of your endless bickering. You can't go on like this." With that, the toad slowly turned around and hopped away through the weeds. No sooner had he left than Milton ran off with a large worm. The others hopped after him. "Worms are for everybody," they cried. But Milton croaked defiantly, "Not this one. It's mine." I guess they didn't hear that toad. Suddenly, the sky darkened and a rumble of distant thunder circled the island. Rain filled the air and the water turned to mud. The island grew smaller and smaller as it was swallowed up by the rising flood. The frogs were scared. Desperately, they clung to the few slippery stones that still rose above the wild, dark water. But soon these too began to disappear. There was only one rock left, and there the frogs huddled, trembling from cold and fright. But they felt better now that they were together, sharing the same fears and hopes. Little by little, the flood subsided. The rain fell gently, and they stopped altogether. But look, the large rock had saved them. That had saved them was no rock at all. "You saved us," shouted the frogs when they recognized the toad. Oh my goodness, it was that toad, even though they didn't listen to him. The next morning, The water had cleared. Sun rays chased silver minnows on the sandy bottom of the pond. Joyfully, the frogs jumped in, and side by side, they swam all around the island. Together, they leaped after the swarms of butterflies that filled the air. And later, when they rested in the weeds, they felt happy in a way they never had before. "Isn't it peaceful?" said Milton. "And isn't it beautiful?" said Rupert. "And do you know what else?" said Lydia. "Know what?" the others asked. "It's ours." Ooh, so they changed their mind, and they're not saying it's mine, it's mine, it's mine anymore. They're saying it's ours. Okay, so I wonder what Leo Leone is trying to teach us here. Should we try to get along with our brothers and our sisters? Should we share? It's so much more fun when we share and when everyone gets along. And I know that from my house, it's so much better when people are calm and they're not fighting over things. So sometimes, especially right now when we're all in our houses and we can't really go anywhere, we can go for walks and stuff, but we can't really do much else but be with our family that we live with. Sometimes that makes people fight because they're together all the time. But I think that we should definitely try our very best to remember that these are the people that love us the very most in the world, and these are the people that we should treat the very best in the world. And also, if we get along and we're calm and we share, then we'll be so much happier and we'll fill everybody's buckets, especially our parents. Because Monday, Jack and Alex were not getting along. They were fighting and fighting and fighting. And let me tell you, it was not a good day for me either. It was not calm in my house. But then yesterday, they were so wonderful, and they were doing their schoolwork together, and they were interviewing each other. And then after, they decided to have a band, and then they decided to make up a play, and they were just doing all the things together and synergizing and just having a great time. And I loved it so much. And guess what? I was so proud of them, and I was so happy, and everybody in the house, it just felt like a happier place to be. So I hope that you are making happy memories with your brothers and your sisters or your parents or whoever you're at home with, and that you are sharing and being a good person and trying your very best, being kind. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.